literally a shark right here. Let's go a ½ pound of that. And
look at the teeth on that. This one with the mouth open.
Oh, got it. Oh, she's gonna spit water to get that. Hey, chill. Stay in the water. Yo, it's the head of an entire fish.
These are literally soft shell turtles in here.
Boom! Oh, he destroyed it. Yo, he's ripping it. Are these flounder? Hey guys, welcome back to Colson's Critters. I'm Colson Smith. In today's video, we're gonna be headed to an Asian food market where we're gonna see all kinds of exotic, weird seafoods, like this king crab or even these gooey ducks. We're gonna be picking out a bunch of seafood and making a giant seafood platter that we're gonna be feeding to my backyard saltwater tide pool. Now, if you're new here, this is our 625-gallon saltwater tide pool where we have a ton of fish, a stingray, a shark, even a slipper lobster in here. We have some pretty cool animals in here. All of them love to eat a lot of different seafoods, so we're gonna be making a huge plate today. But before we head there, we're almost at 100,000 subscribers. I mean, not really, but we're pretty close. We're at like 72K, I think, at the time of recording this. So if you're new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. I want to hit 100K. We're gonna be doing a huge giveaway once we get to 100K. Now, before we head to the Asian markets, a lot of you have been asking for an update on my dad's 150-gallon reef tank. So we're gonna show you guys how it's doing and all the fish and corals. We added this copperman in here a few months ago, and he's actually doing really well. He hasn't really been eating frozen, but he's been taking out the rocks and killed all the aptasia that was in here. There was a ton of aptasia in the rocks, and he ate all of it. Now, this is actually our channel logo, but ours is a skeleton version of this guy. And typically, they don't really do well in aquariums, and they don't usually eat. They do eat aptasia really well, but then after that, they slowly start to die. I don't know what it is about these fish, or for some reason, they just don't really do well. We've had a few of them eat frozen, but this guy, unfortunately, is not, so we've got to train him to eat frozen. He's eating something in here, because he's been in here for a very long time, and we see him constantly picking at the rocks. And we got Winston, which is our unicorn tang here in the front, and eventually he will be going into the tide pool, but we're gonna wait until we get a UV sterilizer running till we put tangs in there. Now, these unicorn tangs can get about 2.5 feet long, which is just ridiculous. And you can see he's actually starting to get his little horn up in the front. So I'll pop up a picture of what this looks like when it's bigger, and they have a giant horn that just sticks off the front of their face. So he's gonna be really cool, and eventually he'll be in our tide pool. You guys will be able to see him from above, and he'll have a giant horn on him. But we're gonna wait till he gets a little bit bigger and we get a UV sterilizer on the tank. Our radiant wrasse is massive, and he's doing really well in here. We still have our blue star leopards. There's 2 females in here. There's one there. And the other female is somewhere in here as well. Oh, there's the other blue star leopard. The male recently passed away, but he was really, really old. Like, we had him for like 10+ years. So it made sense that he passed away. He got huge, he was massive. And you can tell when a fish is old because they'll start to get really bony and their back kind of sags down a little bit. And you know, eventually they just stop eating as much, and he did unfortunately die. Something you don't see too often is the green mandarin. He's hiding, he just went back into the rocks. He always hides, but sometimes you can catch him out in the front. I actually moved one of my Diablo Diaceras plate corals in here because it wasn't looking amazing in my 20-gallon, and it looks way better in my dad's tank. These chalices are doing really well. They've gotten massive. All of the ones in the sand here. There's even one hidden back in there if you can see it, and it's huge. You can see one of our new Duncans back there. This one here is the Dreamcatcher Duncan. It's really cool. It's different from this one. This one over here is just regular green with long tentacles, and this one is a little bit more of a blue tone with long tentacles. And the new one is actually green, but it has a blue circle in the inside with a bright green center. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but this one's really cool. It's definitely one of my favorites. We also have this nice trachea here on the left side doing really well. And a lot of my dad's acros have grown really big. Like this guy here in the front, just taking over like crazy. The stylo has gotten huge. We're gonna have to cut that back soon. These are both green slimers. What's really weird is they came from, this one came from a friend's tank, which has gotten a lot bigger, and it's actually growing on the wall back there. And this one we've had for a very long time, but you can see there's a difference in the tentacle polyps. So this one just has like normal ones, but for some reason this one is extremely fuzzy, and I have no idea why. But it does make it really cool. And our hippo tang, which is a new addition my dad just added, there's a little baby hippo like that big. He likes to sleep in there. Now, if you don't know, hippo tang is also Dory, which she's back there. There she is. And she loves that coral, and she actually sleeps in it at night. There's also a purple tang and 2 yellow tangs in here as well. Actually, there's 3 yellow tangs in here. I don't know where the 3rd one is, but they are doing really well, and they actually school together. I would say right now my dad's newest obsession would probably be torch corals. as well as he continues to like acros, so he's gonna keep getting acros. He just got this Walt Disney not long ago, so that one should grow out nicely there. Everybody looks hungry, so let's go ahead and feed them. We're gonna defrost some mysis shrimp in here. Winston will come and eat right out of your hand, so he's gonna be really cool once he's in the pond, because he'll just eat right out of your hand. Super friendly fish. All unicorn tangs and like flamingo tangs and any species like that are always super friendly. But on top of that, my dad just, I don't know what he does, but all of his fish love him and they'll all come up to the top and eat out of his hand usually. We've had tons of wrasses to come and eat out of his hand. The purple tangs and the yellow tangs all eat out of his hand. There's 3 yellows in here, 1 purple. Hippo tang's going crazy. Oh, there's both blue star leopards coming out. Everybody's chowing down. And Winston's gonna just never leave my hand. Nope, he's gonna eat the rest of that. Copperman actually looks interested in the food. Maybe he is eating. You can see the green mandarin back there just chilling on that chalice. He's super elusive and he never really comes out, but he is really cool. All right, now that I gave you an update on everything in here, if you guys want a full in-depth tour video of my dad's 150 gallon with my dad, make sure you leave a like down on the video. If this video gets, let's say, 1,000 likes, I think you can do that, that's pretty easy. 1,000 likes and we'll do a full in-depth video on this with my dad and have him answer all the questions you guys have. So not only 1,000 likes, but definitely comment some comments of questions that you have for my dad. Now that we gave the update on that, let's head to the Asian market. We're gonna go pick up a friend and I'll catch you all there. All right, we are at the first location. We're with our boy Ty. For starters, it's freezing in here, dude. It's like 60 degrees.
Their AC bill's gotta be
Their AC, yeah, definitely. So let's go see what they got seafood-wise. There is some cool stuff. There's some clams, that's pretty cool. There's lobster, crab, more lobster, more crab. Back there, there's eels. Ah, that's crazy, dude. A geoduck, or I don't know if I'm saying that right. And these are weird too.
Look at the teeth on that. This one with the mouth open.
That's ridiculous. Pompano. Is this a barracuda? No, it's a beltfish. All right, we're definitely gonna be getting some squid because Freckles loves squid. Yo, there's a frog in here. Yo, you can see them. There's a soft shell turtle in this one. I don't see him though. These are literally soft shell turtles in here. What? People are eating them. Bunch of live crawfish. Oh, there's razor clams. That's pretty cool. There's literally a shark right here. That's crazy. This grouper is literally massive. They have just tons of fish. These are kind of cool.
That one's like rubbing his hands together. He's like, yes, yes, I'm gonna take over the world.
Dude, those eels are massive. Imagine we got one of those with a king crab. Imagine Paul had a king crab in his tank, like in the pond. That'd be insane. I think we figured out what we want to do. Let's do like a half pound of that. We're definitely gonna do some squid, that's for sure. Which ones do I get? Let's do, that looks like a good one. The number 1. Freckles is gonna love this. We'll grab this one. I think I'll do like 3 of them. Probably be good.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, yeah. 3.
Dinner.
Let's see. Maybe one more. We'll do 4 for good luck. You can always freeze them, so. And she eats a lot. Do a half pound of that and a pound of the shrimp.
Half pound?
Yeah, half pound and a pound. Sweet. I don't know if you can see it, but it's 65 degrees in here. I'd say we did pretty good here. That's a good spread. What a bargain, man. 25 bucks for all of that? If I went to Publix, this would have been like $100.
Easy.
That's crazy. Yo, it's the head of an entire fish. There's some massive king crabs. Look at these guys, they're huge. These have got to be the biggest shrimp I've ever seen in my life. Look at how big these shrimp are, they're huge. Are these flounder? Or they're turbot? I feel like that's the same thing as a flounder. That is crazy, there's so many of them here, they're layered. Yo, he's huge. eels, lobster, more king crab. That's so weird. Definitely cannot put that in the pond. Yeah, see, this tank's 50 degrees. That's why we can't keep any of this in the pond. 46 degrees. Big tilapia in here. These are cool. Abalones. That's sick. We could probably keep the abalones in the pond. All right, I'm gonna get 2 abalones. All right, so they bagged it with no water, so hopefully this will make it home. I think if they stay moist enough, they should be okay. All right, we got the essentials. We got some drinks and some snails. Okay, now that we have our seafood platter filled with squid, shrimp, I think these are like silver sides or minnows or something, and even a baby octopus. We're gonna go ahead and feed all of this to all the fish in our tide pool. We even have a bucket of live seafood in here that we're actually gonna be putting in the pond. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the end to see what we ended up picking up. We're gonna go ahead and start with, let's do a piece of squid first. We're gonna have to use these kitchen scissors, but we're gonna cut this little piece off. Let's go with a little bigger than that. Man, this is weird. It's like really tough. This is literally like what you get when you get calamari. And we'll go ahead and defrost this a little bit because it's a little bit frozen. This is fresh seafood, so this is gonna be perfect for our stingray as well as our shark. Even the slipper lobster that Paul Cafaro got us will come out and eat this hopefully. All right, you can see the stingrays coming out because he smells the food. Oh yeah, he's coming right over. Here, buddy. Oh, he's eating it. Perfect. We feed her frozen squid, so she should be pretty good to eat this. Like, she should, like, you know, not be too picky about it. She is weirdly picky about food, though. Now, obviously, the smaller fish have to eat too, and they can't eat those big pieces. So we just have some mysis shrimp here, which is frozen. Little tiny, tiny shrimp in here. And they're gonna come over and eat this really well. We got a morse idol in here. That's Gil. He's doing super well in here. We also have a shark, which is coming over because he smells the food. That's one of our new sharks. We got a koi parrot, which is our newest addition, and look at how like active he is. Oh my gosh, he's gonna eat out of my hand. He's really close to eating out of my hand. That is so cool. He is chowing down on the mysis shrimp. Our regal angel's coming over. Then our 2 fox faces, we got the magnificent and the spotted rabbit fish right there coming out. And then you can see in the rock, you see that spotted sweet lips coming out that Paul got us as well. Paul Cafaro got us a spotted sweet lips as well as a slipper lobster. So if we're lucky, the slipper lobster will come out when he smells the food. There's also one more. There's an orange filefish in here, which he should come out too in a second. And Freckles is very hungry. So we'll get this mysis shrimp defrosted quickly so the other fish can chow down. And we're gonna pet our little stingray buddy. My Freckles. She's become so friendly. This time we're gonna let's try one of these weird looking silver side things. Come here, buddy. Yeah, she's eating it. It's a good sign. She's really picky, so sometimes she just spits the food out and just won't eat it. Look at the sweet lips coming out. So pretty. If I actually cut one of these silver sides up, we can get the sweet lips to eat them because his mouth's a lot bigger than the other fish, but obviously not big enough to eat this whole thing. We're gonna throw them in there. You can see that orange spot filefish there too. We'll just cut these up into little pieces. Hopefully they smack it off the top of the water. And whatever they don't eat, I have a very good cleanup crew in here of like starfish, there's snails. There's also a slipper lobster in here that'll chow down on that as well. Let's go ahead and give Freckles a shrimp next. And I know Freckles likes shrimp, so she should be pretty happy about this. Yeah, smoked it. She's such a feisty eater. Look at this little piece of shrimp. This would be perfect for the slipper lobster if it comes out. Here comes the shark. Let's see if the shark will eat a piece of squid. Let me cut off a piece of squid for him. Let's give him like a tentacle-y part. This is gonna be weird. Ugh. Alright, we'll have to wait for the shark to come back around, so we'll put it right here. Look, this is literally just calamari. Let's get another piece of shrimp for Freckles. Here she comes. Where, Freckles? Let's see if I can get her to come up. Come on. Up here. Boom! Got it. Oh, she's gonna spit water to get that. Hey, chill, chill, chill. Stay in the water. I'll grab it for you. There you go. Dude, that's hilarious. There she goes. Alright, here comes the shark. Let's see if we can get him to eat this piece of squid. Ready? Kind of push it to him. Oh, come on. It's right behind you. Basically, during the day, these sharks are pretty much blind. I believe they're nocturnal. They really hunt based off smell. So when I'm feeding the whole pool like this, a lot of it mostly just smells like seafood, so it's kind of hard for him to figure out where the food is. Dang, Freckles. Come here. The food's over this way. Shark missed it, so we're gonna try to give this piece of squid to maybe Freckles, or if the shark comes back out, we'll give it to him. But come here, Freckles. Here she comes. She's become so friendly and like used to us and just super active, which is awesome. Here she comes. Let's see if she likes it. She usually doesn't like the tentacle pieces, but maybe this time's different because it's fresh. She's eating it. She's tasting it. She's like, do I want this? Nope, she's eating it. Oh, nope, she spit it out. She got scared. I don't think she liked it. Too many tentacles for her. She's a picky princess. Oh, here we go. Shark. Boom! Oh, he destroyed it. Oh, he's tearing that up. Just get closer. He is tearing it up. Oh, it's right there. Yo, he's ripping it. Oh, and he took it into his den. So I guess it's safe to say he liked it. The last thing we have to try is this baby octopus, which is almost a little bit sad. But it was already dead, so hopefully, you know, we get a good use out of it by feeding it to Freckles. We're gonna go ahead and just cut off some pieces because this is way too big for Freckles to eat. And I did look it up, and it's safe to feed this to her, so there's also no ink or anything that we have to worry about in this because these were cut up for people consumption. All right, last thing we gotta try. You can see the shark down there eating the squid's tentacles. He's like tearing it up still. It's kind of hard to see with the glare. Now it is time to put our live seafood in the pond. So we ended up picking up some little clams. We got a bunch of those, and we got 2 ambelobe snails. Ambalone, I don't know if I'm saying that right. But these guys are super cool, and hopefully they do really well in the pond. I'm not sure if they're cold water or not, so they could not make it, but if they don't make it, our slipper lobster will make good work of the snail on the inside. Or if we can catch them out, then the chickens will make good work of the snail on the inside. But they should survive. We got them in some salt water now because when they gave them to me, they didn't put water in there. So I brought a bucket because I knew they weren't gonna do that. Look, they're sticking to the wall already. Gotta hold them a little longer. They should clear out all this algae on the side panel too. They're gonna do a really good job. But I knew they weren't gonna give me salt water, so I actually brought my own bucket of water and had it in the car, ready to put them in it. Here, let's just put him on the rock. He's not sticking very well. This one's stuck to the side though, like pretty well. So we can give an update on those in a little bit and show you guys if they're moving around or not. And then we got these live clams here, which these guys should just filter feed the water and help clear out the pond, as well as if our Moorish idol kind of gets to them, then it's good food for the Moorish idol. So let's go ahead and put these guys in here. We're gonna scatter them around, put some on top. We'll kind of spread them out. Oh, one there, one there. They'll move on their own too, so they'll kind of wedge themselves in the rocks on their own. And then I'm gonna put a few over here because this is where the outtake for the water is, so they should get to be able to filter feed pretty well. There's the sweet lips right there coming out for the food. Boom, smacking it off the water. Regal Angel's right there. Moorish idol. Koi parrot should come over here in a second. And I can see the shark in his hole coming out. Yeah, there's the koi parrot, all the rabbit fish. All right, let's go ahead and give her another silver side here. Come here, Freckles. Boom, she got it. Right in front of the GoPro too. Hopefully that's a cool shot. Come on, Freckles, over here. Come get another piece. Boom. Look at her weird little mouth, ready? Nom 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 nom. That's hilarious. So what we're gonna do next, I have an idea. In my hand here I have a piece of shrimp, a silver side, and a piece of squid. We're gonna try to put all three of these in front of her and see which one she likes the best. What we're gonna do is I'm just gonna put my hand out with all three of them and see which one she picks out of my hand. Ready? She's deciding. Oh, she didn't go for the shrimp. That's crazy. She actually went for the squid. The shrimp and the silver side fell out. The silver side's right here. She chose the squid. I'm actually very surprised by that. Usually shrimp's her favorite. Let's see which one she'll go for next out of the squid. I mean shrimp or silver side. Come here, Freckles. She's got both of them in her mouth, and she dropped the silver side. So the squid was the shrimp was the next choice. It looks like the silver side is her least favorite, which I pretty much knew. She's always loved squid and shrimp. Usually shrimp's her favorite, so I'm really surprised she picked the squid this time. Look at how pretty that stingray is. So for anyone that's wondering, she's a leucistic stingray. I think she might be piebald because she has those weird black spots all over her as well. One of a kind stingray, beautiful. And there's the shark. Shark's coming out. Let's go ahead and give her this last piece of silver side. Here you go. Very gentle. Now the shark here is going to love this piece of shrimp, hopefully, and he doesn't bite my fingers. Boom, he got it. That's so cool. Can't believe I own a shark. The slipper lobster's actually coming out of the den. That is awesome. Hopefully we can get him. Here, I'll try to drop this piece of shrimp in there. See if he can get that. Freckles, are you still hungry? I'm gonna take this as a yes. There's no food up there. I can go get you some though. All right, come on, Freckles. We got another piece of shrimp for you. Right here. There you go. Chowing down on that piece of shrimp. Here the shark comes out for more. Let's see if we can get him another. All right, ready? No? The shark does not like the silver sides. Looks like that piece of shrimp, I put 2 of them in there. It looks like the shark, oh, he'll be kicking back out. Shark's chowing down on that piece of shrimp right there. Boom, he's chowing down on it. And that second piece that's right there, hopefully the slipper lobster will find that one. If not, I guess the shark will just eat both of them. And the clams we went ahead and put in here are doing really well. You got one right there, there's one there, there's one over there. They're like all, you can see them start to open up. Like if you check out this one right here, he's like partly open, which just means he's starting to filter feed the water already. And now that we fed everything, it seems that Freckles definitely loved the squid the most, and I have all that fresh seafood saved. I put it in the freezer, so that way I can feed them in the future with all of that fresh seafood. But with that being said, that's gonna wrap today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new here. Till next time, peace.